The world is changing faster than ever before, and many Christians remain unaware of a critical moment that is approaching, a moment that could alter everything by the end of October. If you think you've seen it all or heard every warning, think again. What's coming is not just another news headline or passing event. It's a profound shift that demands our attention, our faith, and our preparation. But why is it that most Christians have no idea what lies ahead? Is it denial, distraction, or simply a lack of awareness? The truth is, many are caught up in daily life, distracted by the noise of the world, missing the subtle signs that are unfolding all around us. Yet, these signs are impossible to ignore once you know where to look. And here's where an unlikely figure enters the picture: Clint Eastwood. Known worldwide as an actor, director, and symbol of resilience, Eastwood's recent actions and public presence have stirred conversations that tie deeply into the themes of courage, awakening, and standing firm in turbulent times. While some might question the connection, it's important to understand the symbolism behind his persona and why it resonates so strongly with the message many Christians need to hear right now. This video is not about conspiracy theories or fear-mongering. It's about awakening to the reality that the end of October could mark a turning point for believers everywhere. Whether you're a devoted Christian or someone simply seeking the truth, it's crucial to pay attention. So, what exactly is about to happen? How should we prepare? And why does Clint Eastwood's story matter in this context? Over the next several parts, we will unpack these questions, explore the signs, and offer guidance on how to face what's coming with faith and courage. Stay with us, because what you're about to learn could change everything. As we dive deeper into this story, it's important to ask, why are so many Christians unaware of what is about to unfold by the end of October? The answer is layered but straightforward. Life's distractions, spiritual complacency, and a world overwhelmed with information have created a fog of ignorance around many believers. In today's fast-paced society, people are inundated with news, entertainment, social media, and daily stresses. Even within the Christian community, the focus often shifts towards personal struggles, church routines, or worldly concerns. As a result, many overlook the subtle but significant signs that hint at something much greater on the horizon. This isn't a new phenomenon. Throughout history, there have always been periods when people failed to recognize the importance of critical moments when the world was about to change dramatically. The difference now is that the signs are everywhere, though not always obvious. Political unrest, social upheaval, natural disasters, and even cultural shifts all weave together to paint a picture of a world on the edge of transformation. Yet, amidst this chaos, there's a deeper spiritual awakening stirring beneath the surface. A call for believers to open their eyes and hearts, to prepare themselves both mentally and spiritually for what lies ahead. The challenge is breaking through the noise and confusion that blinds so many. Now, you may be wondering, how does Clint Eastwood fit into all of this? What connection does a Hollywood legend have with a message aimed at Christians preparing for an unknown but significant event? The answer lies in the symbolism and values that Clint Eastwood represents. For decades, Eastwood has portrayed characters who embody courage, resilience, and standing up against injustice, no matter the odds. His roles often reflect themes of awakening, fighting against corruption, and staying true to one's principles, qualities that resonate deeply with the spiritual message many need right now. But beyond his film career, Eastwood's recent public appearances and statements have sparked discussions about awakening and standing firm in difficult times. He has become, perhaps unintentionally, a symbol of the kind of strength and vigilance that believers must embrace as they face an uncertain future. This is not to say that Eastwood himself is predicting or prophesying the event we speak of. Rather, his public image and the timing of his resurgence in the spotlight align with the call for awareness and courage that's being heard within Christian communities around the world. In fact, Many spiritual leaders and commentators have pointed out how cultural icons like Eastwood can serve as wake-up calls, drawing attention to larger truths through their influence and example. So, what are these signs that many Christians are missing? How can we recognize them amid the overwhelming noise? And how should we prepare, both spiritually and practically? Here are a few key points to consider. Unprecedented global events. The world is witnessing a convergence of events, political tensions, economic uncertainties, natural disasters, that echo warnings found in biblical prophecy and spiritual teachings. These aren't isolated incidents, but connected signals pointing to a larger unfolding plan. Cultural shifts, values and morals are rapidly changing across societies. Many traditional beliefs are being challenged or dismissed, creating confusion and fear. For Christians, this cultural shift can feel like a call to stand firmer in faith and truth. Spiritual awakening. Despite the challenges, there is a growing movement of believers awakening to their purpose, calling for justice, peace, and deeper faith. This spiritual renewal is often quiet but powerful, preparing hearts for what's coming. The role of influence. Figures like Clint Eastwood remind us that courage and integrity still matter. They inspire believers to resist fear, stay grounded, and face adversity with confidence. Now, we want to hear from you, the viewers watching this video from all around the world. Have you noticed signs like these in your own community or life? Are there events or feelings that tell you something important is coming? Please comment below and tell us which city or country you're watching from. Let's see how far this message reaches and build a community of awareness and support. Remember, awareness is the first step to preparation. By opening our eyes to the truth and standing together in faith, we can face the future with hope instead of fear. In the next part, we will delve into the specific event expected by the end of October and explore its potential impact on Christians and the world. Stay tuned and stay vigilant as the end of October approaches. The urgency surrounding this mysterious event grows. It's no longer just whispers or speculation. The signs are intensifying, and those who are paying attention can feel the weight of what's about to unfold. But what exactly is this event? And why should Christians be preparing now? The truth is, this moment carries profound implications for faith communities worldwide. Prophetic voices have long warned that periods of great upheaval precede moments of spiritual awakening or testing. For many, the end of October marks the cusp of such a turning point, a time when unseen forces will challenge beliefs, values, and resolve. Some speak of a global spiritual reckoning, where the line between truth and deception will blur like never before. Others predict societal shifts that will test the very foundation of religious freedom and moral courage. The details may vary, but the underlying message is clear: preparation is essential. This isn't a call to fear, but a call to vigilance. To be ready in spirit and mind. To stand firm in faith when the storms come. But preparation isn't just about doctrine or theology, it's deeply personal. Imagine the tension for families, for individuals who hold on to their faith amid increasing pressure and uncertainty. Just like Manny Pacquiao's family in a tense public confrontation, many believers face worry and anxiety as they try to protect their loved ones while remaining true to their convictions. For those watching from their homes, the questions arise. How do we prepare our families? How do we keep our children safe in a world that seems to be shifting beneath our feet? How do we hold on to hope when the future feels so uncertain? These are real concerns, and they deserve honest answers. Clint Eastwood's presence in this narrative adds a layer of symbolic strength. Known for characters who face danger head-on, with grit and unshakable resolve, Eastwood's example inspires believers to find courage amid fear. Just as Manny stood firm despite threats and his family's worry, Christians today are called to stand strong, not just for themselves, but for their communities and generations to come. The pressure will come from many directions: societal expectations, cultural shifts, even governments or institutions pushing agendas that conflict with deeply held beliefs. The question is, will believers stand firm or falter? The answer depends on awareness and readiness. Here's where you come in. Have you started preparing in your own way? Maybe through prayer, community support, or simply seeking truth more deeply? We want to know. Comment below. Are you ready for what's coming? What steps have you taken to prepare spiritually, mentally, or practically. Sharing your journey could inspire others and build a network of strength and hope. It's also crucial to remember that this isn't a time for division or fear-mongering. The goal is unity, encouragement, and empowerment. Together, believers can face the unknown with faith as their shield and courage as their sword. In the coming parts, we will explore Clint Eastwood's symbolic role more closely, how his career and recent actions reflect the kind of strength and awakening the world needs right now. We'll also offer practical guidance on preparing for the challenges ahead. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your own readiness. Are you anchored in faith? Supported by community? Prepared to face trials with hope? The end of October isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a call to awareness and action. Stay vigilant. Stay faithful. Because what's coming will test us all, but it will also reveal the true strength of those who stand firm. As we continue to explore the unfolding story, it's impossible to ignore the symbolic presence of Clint Eastwood. Known worldwide as an icon of toughness, integrity, and resilience, Eastwood represents more than just a legendary actor or filmmaker. He embodies the spirit of standing firm against adversity. His persona resonates deeply with the call many Christians feel today: to awaken, to prepare, and to face challenges with unwavering courage. Eastwood's career has been marked by roles that reflect exactly this kind of spirit. From gritty Western heroes who face danger head-on to complex characters who battle corruption and injustice, his characters often symbolize the fight for truth and justice in a turbulent world. Films like Gran Torino and The Outlaw Josey Wales showcase his iconic lone wolf image, someone who refuses to back down, who stands tall even when the odds are stacked against him. But it's not just his filmography that makes Clint Eastwood a fitting symbol for this moment in time. Recently, Eastwood has stepped back into the public eye in ways that spark meaningful conversations. His speeches, interviews, and appearances reveal a man who still values strength, personal responsibility, and resilience. These values align closely with the spiritual call to stand firm in faith amid cultural and societal pressures. In a world where many feel overwhelmed or powerless, Eastwood's example reminds us that courage is still possible, that even one person can make a difference by refusing to yield to fear or oppression. This message is especially powerful for Christians facing an uncertain future. Many spiritual leaders have pointed out how cultural figures like Eastwood serve as unexpected beacons, signaling the importance of awakening to the realities around us. When someone with Eastwood's stature reflects themes of resistance and integrity, it amplifies the call for believers to wake up and prepare themselves. It's also worth noting that Eastwood's reputation for humility and quiet strength mirrors the ideal response to coming challenges. He doesn't boast or seek the spotlight unnecessarily. Instead, he embodies a calm but powerful presence. This is a crucial lesson for believers. Strength isn't always loud or aggressive. It can be steady, patient, and grounded in conviction. For Christians watching this unfold, Eastwood's symbolic role can inspire several key attitudes. Courage in the face of adversity. Like Eastwood's characters, believers are called to stand strong when confronted with opposition, whether it's societal pressure, discrimination, or spiritual trials. Integrity above all, remaining true to one's beliefs and values, even when it's difficult, is a hallmark of both Eastwood's roles and the Christian faith. Quiet strength and humility. Power doesn't always come from shouting the loudest. It often comes from the confidence to stand firm quietly, with faith as the foundation. Resistance to injustice. Eastwood's work often highlights the fight against corruption and unfairness, a reminder that believers must also seek justice and stand against oppression. This symbolic connection gains even more weight when considering the current cultural and spiritual climate. As the world faces upheaval and change, having figures like Clint Eastwood as touchstones for courage and resilience offers hope and inspiration. Practical preparation. Build strong community ties. Faith is not meant to be lived in isolation. Strength comes from community, friends, family, church groups, and support networks. Sharing resources, praying together, and offering mutual help can create a protective shield during difficult times. Eastwood's lone hero often finds allies despite seeming solitary. reminding us that collaboration is key. Prepare your household. Consider practical measures to protect your family physically and emotionally. This might mean having emergency plans, discussing your faith openly with your children, or finding ways to maintain peace in your home even when outside forces threaten stability. Just as Manny Pacquiao's family showed concern, yet supported his resolve, your family can become a source of strength and unity. Stay informed, but avoid fear. Knowledge is power, but too much exposure to fear-inducing media can be damaging. Stay updated on relevant events, but balance this with faith and hope. Eastwood's calm demeanor is a lesson here, being informed without being overwhelmed. Living out your faith daily. Preparation is not just about big actions. It's about consistent, daily living that reflects your beliefs. Integrity, kindness, and humility build a foundation that sustains during trials. Eastwood's characters often demonstrate this steady character, quietly doing what is right, even when no one is watching. Resisting cultural pressure. The coming days may bring pressures to conform or compromise your values. Stand firm. As Eastwood's heroes often fight against corruption and injustice, believers must resist societal trends that conflict with their faith. This may mean making difficult choices, but doing so with courage and grace. Encouragement and motivation. Remember, you are not alone in this. Millions worldwide are waking up to these signs and preparing in their own ways. Like Clint Eastwood's influence that inspires courage across generations, your faith and actions can inspire those around you. Engagement prompt. What steps are you taking to prepare yourself and your family? Share your journey in the comments below. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs today. As you reflect on these steps, keep in mind that preparation is a journey, not a one-time event. It's about building habits of faith, community, and readiness that sustain you through whatever lies ahead. In the next part, we'll explore calls to awareness and reflection, hearing stories from others who sense the urgency of this time, and how Clint Eastwood's symbolic presence continues to inspire believers worldwide. For now, stand firm. Live boldly. Prepare with courage as the days draw closer to the end of October. The urgency of the moment is becoming undeniable for those who are awake to the signs. This is a time for believers everywhere to raise their awareness, reflect deeply, and stand united in faith. The path ahead may be challenging, but it is also a powerful opportunity for growth, renewal, and testimony. Many people from different walks of life have begun to share their experiences, stories of spiritual awakening, moments of clarity, and even personal signs that confirm the significance of this time. These testimonials reflect a growing consciousness that transcends borders, cultures, and backgrounds. They show that this is not just a theory or speculation, but a lived reality for countless believers. Take, for example, the story of a woman from Brazil who felt a sudden call to deepen her prayer life just weeks before the predicted timeline. She describes experiencing peace amid chaos and a renewed sense of purpose that strengthened her family and community. Or the testimony of a pastor in the United States who witnessed an unprecedented wave of interest in faith among younger generations, signaling a shift towards spiritual renewal. These stories, among many others, emphasize a collective awakening that echoes the themes embodied by Clint Eastwood: courage, resilience, and standing firm even when faced with uncertainty. Eastwood's image as a steadfast figure resonates not only because of his public persona, but because he symbolizes the inner strength needed in these times. Clint Eastwood's example serves as a mirror for believers, a call to maintain humility while exhibiting boldness, to face injustice without fear, and to lead with quiet but unshakable conviction. This symbolic influence reminds us that courage is not always about grand gestures. It often manifests in the daily choices to stand firm in truth, to love with conviction, and to walk faithfully even when the path is unclear. For many, this is the moment to step out of complacency and live with intentionality. It's a call to stop ignoring the subtle signs and start preparing in earnest. But it's also a call to community, recognizing that strength is multiplied when believers come together, support one another, and hold fast to shared values. Now, more than ever, unity is crucial. The pressures to isolate, to give in to fear, or to remain silent are strong. Yet, believers are encouraged to resist these temptations. Like Eastwood's characters who find allies in unlikely places, Christians are called to build networks of support, to encourage one another, and to share their stories openly. This unity doesn't mean uniformity. It means respecting diverse experiences and perspectives while holding fast to core truths. It means embracing the richness of faith traditions and learning from one another's journeys. Engagement prompt. If you believe that this moment calls for awareness and unity, type "awake" in the comments below. Share your story or a word of encouragement to uplift others walking this path. Such engagement helps build a vibrant community of believers ready to face the future together. Moreover, reflection is essential during this time. Take stock of your own spiritual journey. Where are you strongest? Where do you need growth? Are you ready to face the challenges ahead with faith and courage? Remember, awareness without action is incomplete. Reflection should lead to change, preparation, and active faith. Clint Eastwood's symbolic role encourages believers not to shy away from this reflection. His characters often face their inner demons as much as external foes, showing that true courage involves self-awareness and personal growth. As we prepare to move into the final part of this series, remember that this is a shared journey. What lies ahead will test us, but it will also reveal the power of faith lived boldly. In the last segment, we will discuss how this message is spreading, the viral impact it is having, and how believers can continue to stand strong and encourage others. For now, take heart. You are part of a growing movement, awake, aware, and ready to as we reach the conclusion of this series. It's clear that the message about the approaching moment by the end of October is spreading far and wide. Across social media platforms, online communities, and in conversations around the world, believers are waking up to the urgency of this time. The video you're watching now is part of a growing wave. Millions are engaging, sharing, and discussing what it means to stand firm in faith amid uncertainty. This viral impact isn't just about numbers or views. It represents a powerful movement of awareness, unity, and preparation. People from all corners of the globe are coming together, encouraging one another and spreading hope. The message is resonating deeply because it speaks to a universal truth. In times of trial, faith and courage are our greatest strengths. Clint Eastwood's symbolic role in this narrative continues to inspire. His example of resilience, integrity, and quiet strength serves as a beacon for believers seeking to navigate the complexities of today's world. Eastwood reminds us that courage isn't always loud or flashy. It can be calm, steady, and unwavering. Meanwhile, those who have ignored or dismissed these signs are beginning to take notice. Conversations are happening in churches, homes, and online forums. The call for justice, respect, and spiritual awakening grows louder. Importantly, the individuals who once faced challenges alone are now finding support and encouragement. Stories of transformation, courage, and hope are multiplying. This movement is proof that when believers stand together, they create a force that can withstand even the greatest storms. Of course, there are still obstacles ahead. The challenges predicted for the end of October will test faith and resolve like never before. But armed with awareness, community, and preparation, believers can face these trials with confidence. This is a moment to rise up, not with fear, but with boldness. To live out your faith authentically. To be a light in dark times. Before we close, here's a reminder of what you can do next to be part of this movement. Engage. If this message resonates with you, don't just watch quietly. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us where you're watching from and how you're preparing. Your voice matters. Connect, build, and strengthen your community. Support one another in faith and action. Reach out to those who may feel isolated or uncertain. Stay informed and vigilant. Keep your eyes and heart open to the signs and messages around you, but always with faith and hope. Subscribe. Join this channel for more inspiring stories, updates, and guidance on navigating the times ahead. Final call to action. If you believe no one should be caught unaware by what's coming, type "respect" in the comments below. Let's flood this space with hope, courage, and unity. And remember to subscribe for more stories that inspire and prepare. In closing, the world is indeed changing, but faith, courage, and community will remain the anchors that hold us steady. Like Clint Eastwood's enduring legacy, your strength can inspire others to stand firm and face the future with hope. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay faithful, and stay awake.